'cause I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Dementia & Co. Last time we talked a little bit about our activities that you can join in, our Zoom dancers and our tea dancers. And if you have any questions or would like to reach out to us, we can be found at dementianco@gmail.com. That's dementia letter N co@gmail.com.
Yes, and today we are very, very fortunate and honored to have two very, very special people. I call brother and sister, Mr. Kit Wong and Ms. Peck Hoon. They have not only supported Dementia & Co. with many of our activities, but also supported many individuals out there with dementia. So, Kit,
Yes.
how are you today?
Good.
And Peck Hoon?
Also, very good.
Yeah, thank you so much for being with us. So let's get straight into dementia itself. When was it that you all realized that something was astray?
Actually, I myself is don't know because my children and kid, they say, why mommy so repeat the thing? Already asked me already, and then still ask again. Again. Then my husband, kid, he bring me to see doctor.
Right.
And then from them, then the doctor said that I'm on dementia already.
So before I get to ask Kit about the situation, how did you feel at that point of time when your children said, Mom, why are you repeating again?
Yeah, they were very frustrated.
Yes. And
And
how
then
did you
I
feel?
also so sad.
Right.
I want to talk to y'all, and
Yes.
then y'all give the face, and then I find it very sad.
Right. Yeah. Without understanding what the situation is. Kit, can you elaborate on that?
Yes,
Period of time?
it all started at about the year maybe 2018 when I find Pekun missing in a lot of things she normally can perform very well. Take for example, she used to be the one that handle all our credit cards payment and so forth. So there was quite a few payments which wasn't being made in time. So we then after that I enroll her into a computer course, which is a Excel course, and she was not like her normal self. She got difficulties in even to handle the mouse. And I find that something is strange somewhere. So she was in around her early 50s. So I thought it is parcel of the hormone change. She might be experiencing menopause. So I brought her to see a few gynecologists, and they did some blood tests and so forth. So I thought, this is a phase that she would be able to go through. But I find that something is amiss, you see. So I happened to see in the YouTube one day about this NNI doctor giving a talk about people living with dementia. So I was just thinking, might as well I just bring her to the polyclinic to do a check. And they referred her to NNI. And subsequently she went to do a PEP scan test, and the test showed that she has a lot of amyloid, in the brain, and that's how we confirmed that she's actually
Like around your cells.
she's actually having Alzheimer's disease.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So actually, just let me go back to one little point. When Peck Hoon, when you were saying that when your children were coming back to you, with funny expression, and a very important point that Alzheimer's or dementia members not understanding ourselves is already pretty stressful for us, and then having this reaction from our loved ones, of course without intention as well, that my mom is so funny, and then expressing it. Of course, it's natural to express it, but just a point that all of us can be a little bit more cautious about the situation. And if somebody were to be having issues, to relax, and we can all explore it together. and also know that mom at that point of time can also be hurt, with this non-intentional expressions or chasing, like, oh, but why can you not remember, right? Because when I had situations like that, we were all laughing about it.
Yeah, it was a joke. We were all joking about it. So
Taking it very lightly that I cannot even say now I have it wrong, guacamole,
Guacamole,
and I keep
yeah.
calling it Guatemala.
Yeah.
And for 3 years we didn't even realize what was happening. And good thing here for kid, at least you've seen the video and you know something may be ready
Yes.
and follow up,
Yes.
which was excellent. So you got to NNI and the doctors have this diagnosis. Good that they picked it up quite
Yes.
quickly.
Yes.
What period of time did
She was officially diagnosed in September 2020, and the doctor says that, the scan shows that actually she's having Alzheimer's disease. Initially, we were very sad, because the doctor says that there are no cure for Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah.
And before she was diagnosed with this disease, my words to her sometimes are rather mean. I would always say that, you have selective memory loss,
Right.
So when the thing really sunk in about 1 or 2 weeks later, as I was driving with her one day, and I thought about it, and I thought of the hurtful words that I used on her in the past.
Yeah.
So actually, I told her, I said, Peck Hoon, I'm very sorry, that I did not understand your condition in the past.
Right.
It's not something that you intentionally want to do, but you are living with this condition that it's not that you do not want to remember, but
Right. Yeah.
you cannot help it.
So important.
Yes.
And what a hero, right? Really what a gentleman and what a hero to come back to you, Peck Hoon, to say that and to apologize. How did you feel when he said that?
Of course, I'm glad that he knows that I'm not purposely to do it. It's really I myself, I don't know.
Correct. Yes. Yes. Yeah. It was impossible. And when you were diagnosed and they tell you that you have Alzheimer's, what was your feeling like?
I really cry.
Right.
I
Yeah.
cried for a period.
Yeah. Quite a
Then
long time, huh?
I tell myself, it's only I don't.
Yeah. It's okay.
It's just I forget.
Right.
So why should I so sad?
Right.
So I say I still can walk. I
Yes.
still can run.
Wonderful.
So I just want to take my time
Yeah.
to journey my.
Right. Just live your life. Wonderful. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you have encouraged so many other people in doing that. Thank you very much. Yeah. How did your family handle that? You have 3 children.
Yeah. When my children don't know I have this sickness,
Yes.
they are very frustrated.
Right.
Because every time I also ask them, ask and ask the same thing.
Right.
So there was, we go to the father,
Yeah.
妈咪做什么啊？
Yeah.
啊，
Right.
一直问，一直问，一直问。
Correct. Yes.
So after that, they know that I'm sick.
Yes.
Then they was very concerned.
Yeah.
So especially my second son, when I want to go out by myself,
Right.
he will say, 你做什么？去哪里？
Better check on mommy now for real. Yes. Yes.
He's
Yes.
scared that I cannot come back.
Right. Yeah. And how did the new journey continue then with you, kid?
We were introduced to this program called Voices for Hope.
Yes. From ESG. Yeah.
Yes,
Very good.
Dementia Singapore. And it was a very good program where they teach us what is this dementia, living with dementia all about, and what are the skills which we can pick up to help us to cope with living with dementia. And with that, we find ourselves a new family. There are many members which are living in the same situation and condition. So we can open up and share more of our frustration, what we are going through, and so it's a very good thing that we have been exposed to a group of new friends.
And that was very fortunate that you got through that. In fact,
Yes.
I got to know both of you also through Dementia Singapore,
Yes.
because they graduate from Voices for Hope
Yes.
as an alumni, and we call
Yes.
that group FUNN, Forget Us Not, alumni, and I facilitate that program, and I'm really happy that we have that, and that's how we get to know so many other families in
Yes.
that condition. So like with the Voices for Hope alumni, we have many families, which we get to know each other much better. And when Dementia Singapore asked me to be the advisor to kick off another social program, we actually had the Voices for Hope, we have the YOD Social Club, which now I've introduced the same ethos, the same program that we have for Dementia and Co. And I was really happy that both of you decided to join us as the first cohort in the YOD club. And there itself, now we have actually 9 families and running with many more to come. How do you feel about the YOD club?
I find that it's very good.
Yes. In what ways?
We can relate the thing.
Yes.
Other people don't understand our situation,
Right.
but the people in the dementia, they are know.
Yeah.
And then the caretaker also know that we also sometimes repeat, and they are patient
Yes.
to listen to us.
Right. So it gives you a chance to speak up as well,
Yeah.
and also to tell your care partner some of your inner feelings, right? Because we try to encourage people opening up. And because there are others with the same kind of experiences or slightly different, we can share openly.
Yeah.
What about Kit?
I find the YOD club very unique. Unique in the sense that if you were to go to other dementia program, it's a mix of people from all different backgrounds for the normal program, where you have some which are more senior of age and some which are a little bit younger. Whereas for the YOD club, most of the members, they consist of people who are in the late 40s to the mid 60s. So actively, mentally they are still very active and they are very functionable. So we are given an opportunity there to carry out events, to help, to conduct outings.
Yes.
So give people like Peck Hoon a chance to take lead in carrying out something
And
very
she's a very
useful
good
and
leader. Yes.
meaningful.
Yes.
So everyone enjoys very much, and because most of us are almost in the same age group, we can share the same kind of interests, be it Chinese pop song or English pop songs,
Right.
we sing to almost the same tune.
Right.
And
So thank you very much for saying we're all in the same age group.
Yes.
Actually, the age group is like from 50 to 75, which is very actually quite a wide range for some people. But yes, for us, there is no difference.
Yes.
And just for the listeners, at the club, what we do is initially we will have exercises followed by very deep discussions. We are crying on each other's shoulders, we are laughing our heads off, and then after tea we actually have activities led by members.
Yes.
So a family will be leading the activities, so they can come in with something that they can teach the whole group, or it's something that they'd like to do that they can share with each other. And then every second week of the month, we will have an outing, again organized by one family. And so far we've done so many wonderful things. We played badminton, we've done, what else do we do?
We go outside, go to mall.
mall,
Oh yeah,
we go to
go
the parks.
park, all these things.
Yeah, we went bowling.
We even went for food session,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and we also
Karaoke.
Karaoke. Yes.
yeah. We did all kinds of things.
And then also in the karaoke, some of us can start dancing.
Yes, and back into dancing. Peck Hoon always, Peck Hoon, not just Peck Hoon, kid tell me, oh no. Peck Hoon doesn't like to
Yeah,
dance.
she's not a
she never
dancing
dances.
person.
And then Peck Hoon shake her head like, oh no, I don't want to dance.
Oh,
and
I
then
don't
what
want to
happens?
come. Don't force me. Don't
No,
force me.
yeah. So with Dementia and Co, we have a weekly Zoom dance on Wednesdays. And I invited Peck Hoon.
Yeah.
Okay, Zoom may be complicated. Please come to the house and dance with me. And oh my gosh, can she dance?
It's because she found a good grandmaster. Is it?
And the grandma. Oh,
Grandmaster.
yes. And we have so much fun. Like this morning, we just had our dance. Right? The other thing is like Peck Hoon says she never perspire.
Yes.
And
Now I was inspired a lot.
Because in the past, you know why? You chachua. You never put in your best effort.
yeah. So actually, like recently, I've just sent out an article from Harvard that actually dancing is one of the most what would you say? That's my words going off. Dancing is one of the best activities for dementia
Yeah,
members
I think so.
because
It's
it
good.
helps with the coordination, it helps with the relaxation, it helps with socializing, and it's really, really good for the brains.
And then in the group, I find that dementia people, we can talk together.
Yes,
If let's say I stay at home, nobody can talk to me.
correct.
Even my children at home or whatever, they will say that, why you keep on say the same thing?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We like each other
Yeah.
saying the same thing. And then for me, like just now, I couldn't find my words, so I just stopped saying, and everybody laughed, and then we continue again. So that's fine too, right? Yeah. And from that Zoom dancing, we also go out for dancing.
Yes.
Yes.
Like they say at the karaoke, we dance, and you guys now have found a club.
Yes. On every Thursday night, we goes to this place at Kampong Siglap, where we have 2 hours of singing and dancing. So Peck Hoon in the past, while she is still not living with dementia, she's a very shy type. No way will you get her out to dance. But now everywhere she goes, whoever pull her out, wow, she start to boogie all the way.
Yeah, she's also a very good waltz dancer. Yeah, excellent. Yes. And how do you feel, Kit, about all this dancing?
Yeah, I'm very glad that now she's more extrovert. In the past, she's a bit of an introvert. And yeah, it's good because with this dancing, she can help her to maintain her cognitive function. Which I'm very glad that she picked up dancing.
And then in our group, I find that I can take let them like my brother or
Yes.
sister,
Yes.
and then we can talk about what we
feel.
go through.
Yes. Yes, yeah, and you do very well. And like she's supporting people like Bunchi, he's known, and also some of our other friends, either older or younger. Uncle Thomas, yeah. The other thing I want to mention, since we talk about Uncle Thomas is well known in this society now, and Uncle Thomas gives tuition still to kids, and then Peck Hoon goes and gives tuition to Uncle Thomas for his Chinese. And there is again another socializing and communication. So you have this club that is going on Thursday nights, and you're expanding it and inviting many people. And there I want to go to these two wonderful people because, like for example, when we started the YOD club and we were, bringing in new people, actually the rule is that we will only have people with a care partner to join because that's the way we want to communicate that the whole family, we invite even grandchildren or children to come in so the whole family is involved. However, there are people who are unable to do that because the spouse is working or there's nobody able to bring. But Kit is so insistent that everybody is given a chance. And for example, Mr. A, his wife is unable to bring him. And he, like while I'm communicating with his wife on what to do, the kid is calling me on the other side and said, no, we can do that, we can include Mr. A because I can go and pick him up. Yeah, so just to elaborate, kid is living in, the West, can I say Bukit Batok?
Yeah.
And the other, and Mr. A is living in the East Coast. And I said, kid, are you crazy? And he go all the way early in the morning to pick Mr. A up fortunately, Mr. A has a very, very good helper who has been with him for nearly 30 years now. Next year will be 30 years. A wonderful care partner. So, and that's how Mr. A got included. And we're really happy he's with us.
Yeah.
And he has contributed so much in his quiet manner. Right?
Yeah.
He's a vital part of the group.
Yes.
I always say that there's no issue from traveling from one end of Singapore to the other end because when you are young and you try to date a girl, even if I were to be staying in the West, I would tell her it's along the way where she stay in the East, So I would just treat Mr. A like a young girl that I'm trying to date.
That's how his heart expands. It's incredible, And like this club that he's formed now on Thursdays, right? He's booked everything, arranged things and all that, and he's still going around to pick people up to go to the club. Really full respect.
It's actually along the way. That's why
from the east to the west, back to Tiong Bahru is really on the way.
That's why for me, you ask me the criteria when it comes to selection of a vehicle. I always like to go for the big van or MPV. So
now I understand.
where you can sit more people because I like to go out in a big group,
Right.
Family as a whole. So now I consider all these members like my extended family.
Yeah.
So
and we are so lucky to have you in the family.
Yeah.
It's also, the bonus is also that the van is very noticeable, so you always know when Uncle Kid has arrived.
Yeah. It's because my van is actually a sport van. It's known as a Fialari.
Larry, also because you should be in his van because he has a full disco in there. Yeah, so that's how he keeps all the dementia persons alive. Also care partners with all the worries and all these things that is going on. Go into his van and you have a whole new world.
Yeah.
It's so wonderful. And outside of that, Kid is always, and not just Kid, Kid and Peck are always looking for opportunities that anybody that I mentioned who needs support or that can you come and meet a new couple right there on the door. When is it? What time is it? Where is it? And I think this is the spirit we should have to carry on, so that anybody with suspicion even of having dementia can always come to us to discuss whether or not it's an issue to go further. Of course, we will refer them to specialists, neurologists, geriatrics, neuropsychologists, whom we know, but just to make sure that people do not dive into depression.
Yes.
Yeah. So anybody with any concern can just call us or write an email to dementiaandco@gmail.com. Yes. Or contact DSG or call DSG at Tiong Bahru, where we have our YOD club. Yeah. So for Dementia and Co, we support all ages, but the younger generation of dementia persons, we call ourselves the cool kids. Just contact us. And Peck Hoon, how is life today? How do you feel?
I will happy.
Yeah.
Very happy. So if let's say people want to help, I will go.
Right. And what else makes you happy?
I have a good family.
Yes.
I have a lot of dementia people,
Friends.
So why I sad?
Yeah.
I'm happy.
In fact, I find she lived her life more fruitful
Yes.
after she was found to be having this Alzheimer's disease due to the exposure of this group of friends.
Yeah.
Last time, her life is very routine. She's basically a homemaker at home. So most of the time she'll be staying at home other than the weekends when we go for
Church.
activities, you know.
Yeah.
So currently now she got programs almost every
Very
other
moving,
day.
huh?
Yeah.
Excellent. And look at that smile. Yeah. And it's wonderful. I also hear that you sing very well. And I know, I hear, come on. I
heard you sing very well. Yes, yeah.
All the time, every time we have a function and all that, Peck Hoon is a wonderful singer and Kit is a wonderful guitarist, but he doesn't have his guitar today. But can you both give us a little song, you think? Something common? Or a Cantonese song? She's really excellent in Mandarin and Cantonese songs. Yeah, so while they are looking into it, I also want to say that when I told people that I am happy I have dementia, people went crazy, right, Jay?
Yeah.
That, like, oh, come on, this is whatever. But I really feel that way. Only because, like I have over 100 friends living with dementia, plus their families. And I have friends in UK, in US, in Sydney, in New Zealand, Taiwan, and we are all having a great time. I mean, we all have our own challenges. We all have different types of challenges. However, the key thing is we have accepted our condition and we intend to live a good life. We intend to have a great life with the people we love.
Yeah.
And the ones who come out and say blah blah, whatever stories they have, and who does not have us in mind for the right reason, we said, oh, good riddance to bad rubbish.
Yeah.
This is such a great time to clear those rubbish.
Yeah.
So I, like Peck Hoon, is having a great time. How about
Yes.
I feel like I'm having a great time too.
you? Yeah, and thank you so much, for being there all the time with me. You all have heard enough of my words for Jamie, but really, thank you for always being there and coming out with new ideas and new programs and dancing and singing with me all the time.
I think we should all be living our life, having a great time.
Yes?
Yeah.
In whatever stage, right?
Yeah.
Even though Peck Hoon is diagnosed as living with dementia, in a way we are also blessed. Blessed because we have found a new group of friends.
So many
Yes.
friends.
And compared with other terminal diseases,
Yeah.
sometimes the doctor will just say, you just go back and if, do what the patient wants to do because he's expected, to be around
Yeah.
another 6 months or almost 1 year, But at least we still got a period of time
Exactly.
to organize our affairs,
Yeah.
and after that we can
Go out with
go
friends.
out and do the best of what what we want in life.
And if people want meat, we can.
Yes,
Oh.
and you can still support so many people, which you did. Yeah.
And we also, in a way, because you are a very great example to us, really, because your
Yeah.
dementia and company, we can see in you spend a lot of energy, come out a lot of your own personal finances to organize, dancing sessions, on your own accord, without any hidden agenda,
Yeah.
So we are very, very touched with it, and you are a leading example for us to follow, and we see how you put in the effort to reach out each and every individual families, helping
你是去嫁人，拿车去嫁人拿我们的活动。
having meetups at your own homes, invite people here for a meal so that you can talk to them, invite them for your event, So in a way, it also give us a purpose or a mission in life, It's like a calling, Sometimes for us, we are Christian, we ask why does she need to be going through all this?
Yeah.
So I think it's just a
The Bible verse said, "I want you to rest."
rest,
Yes,
and you
and
need to
then do something.
give support to other people
Yes,
through our own
We
experience.
go quarrel with Jesus.
Just say, never mind lah.
Yeah, Jesus will always love you. Yeah.
Know what you're going through,
No, I can help. I other people are really
Yeah,
think that
and-
I
and
can
you-
do something.
Right, and you feel so happy with
Just
it, right?
what we
Yeah.
want to do is we just want to encourage other people. lah.
Right. Yeah, and to share that actually doing whatever we are doing now
Yeah.
is so enriching.
You know,
Yeah.
we have know that the thing already.
Yes.
Then when people don't know, right,
Right.
we can talk to them
Yeah.
and then help them,
Right.
and then also let the family know that
It is
no,
okay.
it's okay. You just sayang, he will
Yes.
okay.
We have different ways.
We've seen that you, like, some of the people in the group, whenever there's actually all of the people in the group, when they see you are there at one event, they're more comfortable.
Yes.
When they see, okay, Peck Hoon is here, Auntie Peck Hoon is here, okay,
Yeah,
it's
right.
okay, it's okay.
Yes,
They're comfortable,
Yeah.
which is a really big thing.
Exactly.
Because even if nothing else, like this person is coming to this event, is coming to this thing to get something from it, if they're uncomfortable, they're not going to benefit. So to have just one person that makes them so comfortable and you make them so comfortable is such a big deal, you know?
Right.
It's a really a big thing that you do.
别คน人见人爱嘛。
Yes! 是啊，什么不是？
The kid is there, they feel safe. No
Yes.
problem. Yeah. Excellent. So are we ready with the
Yes.
song? Yeah.
So because Peck Hoon is 人见人爱
Oh.
Why? Because she is 甜蜜蜜
Fantastic.
So yeah.
Yeah. Let's dedicate this song to all our listeners. 甜蜜蜜.
现在
2, 3, 4.
甜蜜
甜蜜
蜜，
蜜
你笑得多甜蜜，
多甜蜜
好像花儿开在春风里，开在春风里。
春风里，
在哪里？
在哪里？
在哪里见过你？
见过你
你的笑容这样熟悉，我一时想不起。
想不起。
啊，在梦里。
在梦里，甜蜜蜜。
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, and yeah, it's beautiful, and it's always really nice for you to lead also with the group in singing each time.
我会用我的能力去帮助这些失智症的。
Super. And yeah, so anything else that you want to say to people living with dementia?
我要鼓励所有的失智症人，不要说完了，我们还有很多很多
Road to go
很多的时间还可以在地上做很多东西
Right.
可以玩，可以帮人，这是最好的东西了。
就是。And Kit, what do you have to say for the care partners, you think?
For the care partners is recently I just stumbled across a verse, there's they says the fruits of the Holy Spirit, and the fruits of the Holy Spirit comes first with love. So once you have love will endures all things. Love is patient, love is kind. So we must first really love the person that we are taking care of.
Right.
Then the rest, then you slowly start to begins to add on and add on and add on.
Right.
Actually, every day I'm in a way going through patient training also.
There are challenges.
Yeah,
there are
challenges,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like you say, I think just also from my point, the love is something that grows as I come out with the love. I mean, even for care
Yes,
partners, right?
yes.
For us members,
Yes.
giving also the love to
Yes.
care partners. That as we love, we learn how to love better.
Yes.
And every day we learn how to treat each other better,
Yes.
and also to explain ourselves better.
And I think, actually, I think you used a very good word when you said it was patience training, because maybe that's, in every way that I feel that I love you better, I'm training myself to be better at it,
Yes.
because I want to treat you in the way that makes you happy. I want to love in the way that I feel like I'm really happy to do it.
Right.
Yes.
And we all have to learn how to do that. That's not something that you just you know how to do.
Right,
You know,
right.
you have to. So it is something that if I can take it as, okay, I'm learning how to be better at this.
Right.
That's also it's good for you. It's good for me. You
Right.
know?
And I think also like do not have fear, right?
Yeah.
Many, especially care partners, are so afraid that, oh my gosh, I did this wrong. I mean, for you earlier, your example of, oh dear, I was so harsh to Peck Hoon. But other people, oh my gosh, you know, and I blew up again, you know, why should I do it? And we have to also know that we are human. And as long as right in our heart, it is something we want to do with love, we are human, and when we do make mistakes or when we do become a little bit more frustrated, it is natural that we must also accept that. And I think what Kit you've done about apologizing or explaining to Peck Hoon is so important. And also like for me, Jay, to not just say sorry or to explain to you exactly how I feel, or that, oh gee, I really cannot answer this because my head is exploding right now.
Yeah. I mean, I've even had to learn to accept that, which is I never thought I would have to learn to accept that, you know. But that's like my half, you know.
Yeah. Right. And what about to the general public? What do you want to say to people without dementia in the society?
我要让人家知道失智症的人需要你们的帮助。我希望你们看到失智症的人如果慌了，你们可不可以帮助他们？
Yeah. And Kit?
I would say that if you see a person living with dementia, just try to be a little bit more patient, a little bit kind to them. Should you see that they are lost, just bring them to the nearest police post and leave them there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If let's say they have a phone,
Right.
I will call.
Using the phone, right? Yeah. If it's,
Then I
if it's
will
open.
wait until the children or who
Yeah.
come. Then I say, okay, this your
Yes.
parent, who auntie or what lah.
Right.
Then you go, then I go my way lah.
Sorry, yeah. So I think Peck Hoon, you make a very, very good point because I'm always concerned. Sorry, for people to bring the person to like a police station or someplace else because I think especially with dementia members,
They will-
the best, yeah, 对，
他以为你我做错事要去警察要坐牢啊？
对，
我不会的。
yeah. So it's best. My recommendation is for people to sit with the person, take time, and say that, oh, uncle, I am lost. Do you know to go someplace? Have that chat first. Or hey, are you also going on this bus? If he's at the bus stop, or not, you know. Then you can start the conversation slowly. And if I have a friend, like if Jamie is with me, I'll say, Jamie, I will stay with uncle. Can you go and inform police station or whatever station there is at the MRT to have people call for assistance to come over?
Yeah.
So it funny, we have the same thought that to move me can be a trauma for me. So the best is don't move me and find support or get somebody else to go and get other kinds of help. Get more information from the person. Anything else that you feel that the society, I think one point that I think quite important also is maybe that people should know that dementia is not only for old people. I want to emphasize that again because you and I are both young onset dementia members. And we also know, I want to emphasize each time, I'm sorry I said that last time, that there's a lady in Australia, 30 years old, she was diagnosed when she was pregnant, and actually she passed on when she was 32. 30 years old. And 3 weeks ago, world record, they've just found the youngest person in the whole world is a 19-year-old boy in China with Alzheimer's without the familiar protein, the trace. So which means that he got it himself. It's not from the family line, it's not through the gene. 19-year-old boy. So all of us should be more aware of situations like this. Do not have fear to check it out. And also please contact any of us here to get more information or discuss it but don't have the fear, and definitely no shame.
Yeah. It's
Like-
always better to find out, and it's always better to have a way forward than to be stuck not knowing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And let's enjoy life, like
Yeah.
Peck Hoon says.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you very much,
Thank you.
Peck Hoon and Kit, for taking your time and also sharing such very, very important and personal information for the society.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.